Hi, I'm JMO from Xcase. If you want to look at our website, it's www.xcase.co.uk. It'd also be great if you could join our Facebook. So I'm currently in our build room. And I wanted to look at a product that's causing some interest but is a little bit misunderstood. It's based on our RM424 Pro, which is a 24 bay hot swap chassis, but it's got a port expander backplane, and it's that part that's causing a little bit of confusion, so I'm going to try and sort it out. I've done videos on the 424 Pro before, there's nothing different about it, but I'll just go over this briefly just in case you've not seen any of the other videos. So you've got these 24 hot swap caddies. They take 3.5 inch and 2.5 inch drives. No adapter needed for 2.5 inch drives. When it's powered up, you get a couple of drive activity lights, one for power, one for hard drive activity. And you've got your power there, power light, LAN lights, hard drive activity if you've got an internal hard drive. Then you see these three 120mm fans. They connect to an internal daughter board, which is then connected to a pin header on your motherboard, 4-pin header, so you can control the fans through the motherboard's BIOS. Basically means if the system gets warm, the fan speed will increase, and then they'll decrease once it's cooled down a little. And as a rule, it keeps things running quite quietly. Internally, there's plenty of space for all motherboards, included extended. You've got full height expansion slots. The default PSU mount is for a 2U redundant, but it comes with some brackets. One's for a standard ATX power supply, one's for a 2U single power supply, and there's a couple of brackets like these as well that come with the kit. You can mount SSDs onto these, or again just 2.5 inch standard drives, and they mount to the sidewall like that, giving you 2 internal hard drive mountings. You'd also get a bunch of stickers for 24 drives, so you can label them all up, and screws and bits and pieces like that. So I'm not going to spend ages on the chassis because there are other videos. I just want to talk about the backplane. So as you're probably aware, a standard backplane for 24 ports would have 6 mini SAS connections like these, and you'd need either a 24 port RAID card, 3 8-port HBA cards, or a 24 port and an 8-port HBA card, or some other kind of mixture to make all the drives work. With the port expander backplane, it's got a built-in LSI expander chip, and so you can get a 8-port card and feed just 2 of these mini SAS connections, and that will then control all 24 drives. So the advantage is you just use 2 cables, 1 8-port card, and it's a lot tidier internally for cabling. You also got the advantage that you're only using 1 card, so your motherboard hasn't got to have a host of PCI Express slots. Now I'm saying 8-port, you can use a 4-port card. It'll work exactly the same, and just use one cable connected to one mini SAS. There is a slight disadvantage to that with speed, so if speed is your issue, then go for an 8-port. But you know, if you're just looking for a storage server and speed isn't critical, then you can get away with a 4-port card. So, as I said, it's more expensive than the standard version, but if you add up the costs of buying either a 24-port RAID card or 2 or 3 HBA cards, it generally works out about the same, especially taking into account you'd need 6 cables instead of 1 or 2. So there you go, the X-Case RM424 Pro EX. I hope that clears it up a little bit, but if not, just give us a call. Thanks very much for listening.